Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, thank you for finding me. If you could subscribe, that would be great. And if you are new here, actually, this is an exciting video for you to find. And if you are not new here, I think you're really going to dig this video. I have legitimately the biggest package anyone has ever sent me since I started this channel in my hands. Let me show you how big this is. I'm not even sure if it'll all fit. Somebody sent me this. Look at this box. This is filled with movies. This also came from the other side of the world. Like literally the other side of the world from where I live. So I have to give the biggest shout out and humble, grateful, tremendous thank you to Charles. So Charles follows on YouTube and is also in my Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, you should go join because it's actually getting pretty big. We have like 700 people now, which is insane to me because like for 2 years, it was like 75 people, and they were mostly my friends and family. It's crazy how fast it's been growing recently, and it's people who have all this cool memorabilia and know all this stuff about Hong Kong cinema, and they can answer all your questions. It's really cool. But Charles is a really great person. We've emailed. He's a very kind person. He's very encouraging and optimistic and hopeful, and really like loves the channel and believes in what we're trying to do, and was kind enough to find all of these movies. And even asked me in an email, like, is there anything you're looking for that I could try to find for you that might be easier to find over here than it is for you to find over there? And it's taken me a long time to get this video out because I wanted to do it justice. I almost recorded this video about 2 weeks ago, and I was too tired, and I was like, and also I should tell you my phone was dying, which happens to me a lot these days. I think I might need a new phone. But I was like, I want to do like a really good video for this. Like, I really want to do it right because it's honestly humbling to me that people care enough about what we're doing and watching this channel to send stuff at all. But then to send a package like this huge, this many movies from the other side of the world, I don't know what I did to deserve this. It's incredible. I'm truly grateful. I hope I'm expressing my gratitude appropriately and accurately. So we're going to dive in. And I've not looked in here. I've seen like 1 or 2 of the movies that are in here because I took out, there was a lot of like bubble wrap. But I don't know what's in here. I waited. I've had this for a couple months. Like I said, I've been sick recently. I've been exhausted. I've been overworked through my job. Like lots of crazy stuff happening in my personal life, and everything is fine, and there's nothing to worry about. But it's just been really hard for me to record videos recently, and so I really wanted to get this right, and I finally have the time to do it today, and I'm really excited. So the first thing I'm going to show you, this is what I actually saw. The Foreigner, hell yeah, I'm really excited to have this. Okay, so I've seen this film, and I think like most of us probably have. And if you don't know, I am a huge James Bond fan, right? And the James Bond the first James Bond movie I saw in theaters was GoldenEye. There's GoldenEye James Bond right there. And this is the same director as GoldenEye. So this movie was like, I mean, a dream come true for me because it's Jackie Chan, it's James Bond, and it's the director of GoldenEye. And I do not own a physical copy of this. So this is amazing. Something else that I think is kind of cool about this is it says DVD video on the cover there, but the disc says Blu-ray. A mystery that we shall have to uncover. All right, so what else do we have in here? The mystery of the Dragon Seal. Yes! So if you don't know what this is the Terminator Jackie Chan movie. Well, okay, there's Schwarzenegger. Right, where is he? There's Schwarzenegger there. And there's Jackie Chan, and I think this is a Russian movie, and I have never seen this movie. And Mike and I watched the trailer for it, and we were like, what is this movie? And I think someone told me it's a sequel. This is amazing. Look at the artwork spread across the whole thing there. So someone told me this is a sequel, and that Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger are kind of barely in it, and it's just kind of there to get people in the seats to kind of watch the movie. But I'm really excited to see this because I've never seen it. So these are things right away that, like, I never reviewed The Foreigner on the channel. So if you want me to review The Foreigner, let me know. I have seen it, but I can rewatch it and give it a review. And if you want me to give my thoughts on this movie, definitely let me know. This is like barely scratching the surface of what's in this box. Okay, so I'm going to take out some more stuff here. Oh, okay. I'm going to put the box down because I just found a fat stack of what I believe are VCDs. Yeah. Full Throttle, baby. Yes. Andy Lau. Look at this. This artwork is incredible. So if you don't know, one of the things that we're doing is that we have partnered with Loyola Marymount University, which is in Los Angeles. I was named what's my official title? I'm an affiliate professor and a scholar in residence at the Marymount Institute. And so what we're doing is we're building an archive of Hong Kong cinema with the university. And because COVID is still happening, I talked to the provost and he approved my appointment to this position. I talked to the head of the institute, who's a professor. And so obviously, like, I have business cards and everything, like it's official. But I haven't had like the conversations yet with the library about, you know, how we're going to start the actual archive and stuff like this, but it is happening. And all these movies that we're collecting and all the movies that I'm ripping and creating digital copies of and all the paraphernalia, the memorabilia, the ephemera that people are sending us are going into this archive. So that's what this stuff is really for. So full throttle with this amazing artwork with Andy Lau. Heck yeah. Okay, and now we have The Legend of Speed. Cecilia Chung, Eric Cheng, and Kelly Lin. I've actually never heard of this movie before, but this looks awesome. Is it about car race? Is it like Fast and Furious, but Hong Kong? Yes. This looks awesome. The artwork on these and the packaging is so cool. So this is a film I've never seen, but that I know of. It's called She Shoots Straight. Is this a Corey Yun movie? I don't remember, honestly. But Sammo Hung. I was just talking to someone about this movie recently. I don't know that much about it, but I have heard of it. And then we have, of course, this is very famous, High Risk. Yeah, Jet Li and Jackie Chung, and this is a Wong Jing movie. And if you know about this movie, then you know about this movie. It's kind of infamous for what it is. But there you go. And then we have, oh, what? No! Prison on Fire. What VCD? This is so cool. I'm a huge Ringo Lam fan, and I have there's a Prison on Fire DVD somewhere behind me. You probably can't see it's behind my chair, but wow, that is amazing. Okay, now this next movie is actually when Charles emailed me, and he's like, "Is there anything that you're looking for that you really want to see that you can't find?" And one of them was Dragon Family. And here it is, Dragon Family on VCD. I am so excited for this. If you're unfamiliar with this movie, it's kind of like a heroic bloodshed movie, and it's got Alan Tam, Andy Lau, Max Mock, Chun Hung, and I've seen most of this movie. It's hard to describe. Basically, people like I have seen several clips from this movie that total most of the runtime of the movie, but I've never seen the entire movie together as one unit. And because there's like clips on YouTube, and like friends have had like fight scenes that they've cut out and sent to me and stuff like that. Like people will oftentimes send me fight scenes from movies via Instagram, because I post stuff on Instagram. So I've seen like lots of bits and pieces of this movie. I never sat down and watched it all the way through, and it's got insane fighting and like gun fu stuff in it, and it's just I'm really excited for this movie. Okay, so next we have, hell yeah, The Tigers with Andy Lau and Tony Leung. Look at that image. I don't know if this movie has alternate titles, but as The Tigers, I'm not familiar with this film. So this is really, I wonder what the actual disc looks like. No, get out of here. Yes! That was the machine gun noise I used to make when I was a kid and I played with toys. Oh, what? In the Line of Duty. Yeah, baby. There's your boy Donnie. I'm sure you know who that guy is. Wow, okay. Now I have to dig back into the box and pull out more movies. And if I'm sweating profusely, I apologize. But it's kind of hot in my little glass box today. What do we have next? No! What? Touch and Go! I've been talking to people about this movie frequently since this Blu-ray was released. This is a Ringo Lam film starring Sammo Hung. Get out of here! Oh, I've never seen this movie. Mostly because of just bad availability in the U.S. Oh, man, are you kidding me? No! I'm going to watch this tonight. Yeah, boy! Okay, what's next? Well, I can't see what it is. Seven Warriors. Whoa, is this a remake of Seven Samurai? Legendary actor, stuntman, fight choreographer, and pioneer of Hong Kong's new wave, Sammo Hung directs a rousing retelling of Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. Wow. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know really anything about this movie. I didn't know that it existed before right now, and that's incredible. I'm probably going to get some flack in the comments for that. But now 1989. How did I not, I'm a huge Kurosawa fan. I don't know if you know that, but I actually spent literally a year of my life watching every Kurosawa movie over and over again and writing essays about all of them. And I've read all the books in English about Kurosawa. I'm a huge Kurosawa fan. How did I not know about this? I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm gonna get in big trouble for this. Okay, what's up next? Oh, stop, CZ12, yeah, baby. Well, you know this movie if you know Jackie Chan, and I've seen this movie, and it's actually been a while since I saw this movie, so I'm excited to re-see it. This is the one where he goes down the mountain on the roller skates, right? I think. It's been, like I said, it's been a while since I saw that movie, but it's a really fun Jackie Chan movie. Oh, Dragons Forever. And it has the dragon title. Okay, so I have an old Hong Kong DVD of this that says Dragon Forever, not Dragons Forever. And this says Dragon Forever, too. Yes, come on. Classic movie. And this is like, again, these are like amazing additions of films to with regards to the archive that we're creating and having all of these different editions from all over the world. Because that's part of what we're trying to do is kind of, by collecting all of the physical objects that have arisen from the fan culture and the kind of the commercialism of Hong Kong cinema, you get this very broad picture of the global impact of what Hong Kong cinema is, and that's something that we're trying to do. And like Mike and I talk about like long-term goals of like having a Hong Kong cinema museum. Obviously, that's something that's like we're just two guys making videos for YouTube, but like, you know, that would be a potential end goal, is to have some kind of place where people could come and see these things and kind of see them, like see, you know, 5 editions, 6 editions, 7 editions of Dragons Forever all alongside one another and see like the full kind of spectrum of like the culture of these films through that. What do we, oh, stop it. Yes. Drunken Master 2. So, you know, this was just released on Blu-ray by Warner Brothers. And I think this is the same, this is the same release. This is that release. Oh, man. But check it out. That's Korean. Yes. I wonder if this is the Korean edition or if this is a Japanese. I know this was released in Japan. That's definitely Korean writing. Wow. This is so cool. I love this movie. There was a point in time at which this was my favorite Jackie Chan movie. And I know I wouldn't say that anymore, but it's such a great movie. And this is, oh, stop it. I'm so excited. The Dead and the Deadly. What? Look, these editions are so cool. Like the artwork and the everything about it is just so cool. I love it. The fact that his name is Fat Boy in this movie. Like, I love how hard Sammo leans into his fat image. Fat Boy. Sorry, I just got a kick out of that. I could stop this now and this would be like the most insane. Like, I'm not kidding when I tell you, like, even beyond running this channel, I'm not trying to like disrespect the amazing packages that other people have sent me, because everything everyone sends me, I truly hugely appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me, but this is just insane. Like, this is insane. How many movies are in here? The Raid, but not the one that you're thinking of. Check this out. This is another film that I'm unfamiliar with, to be honest with you. It says Choi Hark on here. Directed by Ching Sui Tung and Choi Hark. And it is from, let's see, let's get a year on this film. So if you know about this movie, tell me about it. I really, with Choi Hark, I'm kind of like spotty. Like, I know some of his lesser known films just from people telling me I need to watch them. And obviously I know his like big movies, but he's made so many films and he's produced so much stuff and co-directed so much stuff that there's a lot of his stuff that I'm kind of unfamiliar with. World War II, Japanese occupied Manchuria, a group of Chinese nationalists sets out to destroy Japanese poison gas factory against a Chinese military officer and his girlfriend, against a Japanese military, and his girlfriend, who has built up a false public image as a Chinese glamour girl. Dude, this movie sounds insane. What? Oh man, Jackie Chung is in it, Dean Shek, Fanny Yoon, Corey Yoon, Tony Lung Ka-fai, Joyce Mina Godenzi, and Chu Kong. Wow. That sounds amazing. Oh, man. I just get more... Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Armor of God. What? Come on. This is the Cam and Ronson Blu-ray. So as you know, 88 Films is putting out like a super duper deluxe edition of this coming up, which I'm really excited about. But come on. Come on. What do I mean, I don't even need to say anything about that because there's nothing to say about that hasn't been said. And here's another Jackie Chan movie I've never seen, Railroad Tigers. So I've been meaning to watch this for a while. It was on Netflix in the US for a long time. And I've never seen this movie. But this is, I can't get over how nice it is. Like, it's so thoughtful to someone to be like, here's this guy on YouTube who likes a lot of these movies and you know, a lot of them are not available in the U.S. and I like his videos, so I'm gonna go like, this is why it's just insane to me how nice people are. It's been really amazing finding this community of fellow cinephiles through YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. And I can't. Oh, what? No, Island on Fire. Yes, I didn't even know there was a. Is this a Blu-ray or is this a DVD disguised as a Blu-ray? It says it's a Blu-ray, Paramount High Definition. Wow, I don't. If you know anything about this edition, let me know. It's got Japanese on it. Oh, is this a Japanese release of what? Stop, because you know I lived in Japan. I don't know if you don't know that. If this is your first video you've ever watched, I lived in Tokyo. So Japanese editions of these films are like always so special to me and so fascinating. And what, dude, this is amazing. This is not the end of this box either. If you know about this edition, let me know. And this is the movie that he did for Jimmy Wang Yu, right? Because he was like helping him out for the stuff that had happened in the past. Is that right, or am I making that up? Okay, so I'm going to grab another stack of movies from down here, and I'm going to show you some. I mean, it's just like, there's like probably 20 or 30 more movies in here. And I'm not exaggerating. So let's just keep the train running. What do we have here? Saving General Yang. I don't know this movie. Saving General Yang centers around the legendary Yang clan, featuring Adam Cheng as General Yang. Eric Cheng replaced Louis Koo, who unfortunately had to back out. It's like there's information about the production of the film in the description. That's amazing. This looks like an insane martial arts epic. Yes, please. I'm really excited about this. What? Wow. So if there are any movies in here, like I said, that stand out to you that you're like, I want you to review that. Like if you want me to review the Japanese release of Island on Fire, if you want me to review this film, let me know. And because I want to do stuff that people want to watch. Stop. Atreus Ghost Story. Come on. This is on Amazon in the US right now, and I watched the version of it that's on Amazon, and it is terrible. Like, terrible. Like, it looks like a really bad DVD that they just directly uploaded to the Amazon servers. Like, it looks and sounds awful. So this is really, really exciting stuff. This is such a classic movie. Like, if you're unfamiliar with this film, just go and read about it and see it, and then come back. And Shanghai, Anita Mui, baby. Yun Biu and Sammo Hung. Yeah. Wow, this is, like, it's all faded and stuff. It looks almost photocopied. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Cool. So this is a clone of the original Blu-ray. Wow, that's really... Check this out. See? Isn't that cool? Oh, man. And this is a Cameron Ronson release. Okay, I'm excited for this one. Shanghai in the 1930s. You can't go wrong with those types of movies. What do we have next? Dragon Fight. Yeah, baby! You probably know who that guy is. It's been a while since I've seen this movie. Is this the one where he's in San Francisco? Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to tell you straight up, and just so that I'm not lying to you, I'm actually not sure if I've seen this movie. This is one of those movies where, you know, when I first got into Jet Li, for instance, it was, obviously he was in U.S. movies, right? But the Hong Kong film that I saw, that was Once Upon a Time in China, which I saw after I saw Time and Tide. Because after Crouching Tiger came out in the U.S., there was like all this interest in martial arts films. And so Once Upon a Time in China was all of a sudden available on VHS in like my, you know, small town video store. And so I saw that. And so after I saw my first couple Jet Li movies, I was like, oh, I got to see more Jet Li movies. This dude is awesome. And I watched a ton of them. And I can't remember. This is one of those ones where I really can't remember if I've seen this movie before. So I'm really excited about this. Because I was just reading about this movie because The Master came out from 88 Films, which is right. I think it's right there. And I loved revisiting that. I was like, I got to see that other movie from the same era that was shot in the U.S. And that's that one. The Wild Ones. This is another one I'm totally unfamiliar with. Oh, Simon Yam is in it. Okay. And they're going to Canada? Social worker Sandy emigrated to Canada with her father when she was young. With encouragement of her father, she decides to come back to Hong Kong to develop her career. Her father also has a mission to find his missing wife. This sounds really good. It was like a drama, like thriller drama. Comrades. Oh, stop. I have no physical copy of this movie, and this is such a classic, incredible film. I actually get asked a lot for people who want me to do like content about this film and like do a review of it or something like that. So guess what? Now I can. That's awesome. Yes. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot more, guys. Like, this is And I think my phone is starting to overheat, and I'm really hoping I can get through this video. The Banquet. If you're familiar with this film, let me know. In 907 AD, the Tang dynasty is in tatters. Infighting snarls the imperial family. Crown Prince Wu Luan loves little Wan, but his father takes her as his empress. Ooh, controversy. I don't know this movie at all. And this looks like a really fun, old-school martial arts epic extravaganza. So let me know if you're familiar with that film and what you think I might think about it. The Trial. Whoa. Long ago in China, corpses are supposed to be able to follow orders given by a leader to jump to their respective burial places. However, some drug dealers use this method to smuggle opium. What? This movie sounds insane. I'm not even going to keep reading it to you because it seems like, there are some Hong Kong Blu-rays and DVDs where the description of the movie is the entire plot of the movie and it gives away all the plot twists, and it kind of seems like that's what this is. This is another one that I'm really not familiar with. It sounds like a Category 3 movie. I don't see a rating on the back here, but this looks awesome. What? I'm like, the limits of my knowledge are being laid bare for you all to see by this incredible box that I've gotten here. Oh, stop! The Haunted Cop Shop. I really wanted to get this when it came out. I don't really buy a ton of Blu-rays from Hong Kong. One of the reasons being that a lot of them tend to make their way over to the US or the UK not too long after they get released in Hong Kong. They're like titles that people really want to see. This is written by Wong Kar-wai, if I'm not mistaken. And people have been really talking about this movie since the Hong Kong Blu-ray release, which was relatively recent. So Jackie Chung is in this movie, and I've been really wanting to see it. So this is really exciting. It's like a horror comedy, but like a contemporary one, not like a historical one, like some of the Sammo Hung stuff is. Oh yes, Undeclared War. This is another one of those movies where he asked me, like, is there anything you really want to see that you can't find? This is Ringo Lam. Undeclared War. This is Danny Lee's in this movie, Rosamund Kwan. Like, I've never been able to find this movie anywhere in the English speaking world. And I think there is a DVD of it somewhere. And like I saw it on eBay once. It was like $60 or something. And I was like, I don't know. Tai Chi Zero. Oh, and Tai Chi Hero. Wait a minute. What? What? From zero to hero. I'm not familiar with these films at all, but if they really are, if one is really a sequel to the other one and they're called Tai Chi Hero and Tai Chi Zero, this is my new favorite thing that's ever happened in the world. Wow. Yes. Yeah, so this is the second installment of the Tai Chi Legend. Yeah, wow. Awesome. I'm always excited for stuff like that. Stop it with this next one. Wicked City. So Arna Venema talked at length about this movie when he and I did our interview. And I'm a big fan. I got really into anime like a couple years ago. I loved like Miyazaki before that, and like Akira is one of my favorite movies, but I never got like really big into anime, and I decided that I would a couple years ago, and I watched Wicked City, and I loved the anime Wicked City. And so I watched a really kind of crummy version of this movie on YouTube after Arna and I talked about it. But it was like really bad resolution, and like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the whole thing because some of it was so bad that I couldn't see what was going on, and like the dark scenes, like you couldn't see anything, and like this is really exciting for me. So if you want me to review this, I could even do a video because I have an HD digital copy of the anime. I could even rip this and like do a little comparison video. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the description of this video. This is awesome. I'm so excited. I haven't looked at the next one. What is it? Oh, stop! My Heart is That Eternal Rose. This movie is incredible. I've only seen this once before. This is a heroic bloodshed film directed by Patrick Tam. Tony Leung is in it. Kenny B. Joey Wong. Yeah, come on. And this was released by Spectrum Films actually this summer. So if you're interested in that Blu-ray, you should definitely go check that out. This is the Hong Kong Blu-ray. So it like I've considered doing reviews of like that movie, and like after I did On the Wrong Track, the Andy Lau movie, everyone was like, you got to do Moment of Romance, which I have 2 different DVD copies of. That's just one of them. This is a Korean DVD, actually, I think, if you can kind of see that there. But if you want me to review stuff like that, then let me know. You know, because a lot of what I do is Blu-ray reviews, so I'm reviewing the editions that are put out by these companies. And a lot of these Hong Kong Blu-rays, they don't really have special features or anything like that, so I'd really just be reviewing the film. But if people want me to do stuff like that, please let me know, because I would love to do that. I just don't know what people are looking for. Royal Tramp, baby. Yeah. This the writing here kind of reminds me of the Winners and Sinners poster. Like the old school Hong Kong Winners and Sinners poster. This is Stephen Chow, right? Yeah. And people keep telling me I need to see way more Stephen Chow movies. So, because I've only seen a couple of them, like the really big ones. And what do we have here? Royal Tramp 2. Hey, look at that. Asking you shall receive. This is really exciting. I have so much to watch now. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Where do I even begin? Oh, Casino Raiders. What? Yes. Let me know if you want me to do a God. I was going to do God of Gamblers, the two sequels. You know, there's like Return of God of Gamblers and God of Gamblers 2. I was going to do a video comparing those two. If you're interested in like a God of Gamblers to Casino Raiders comparison or anything like that, let me know, because those could be fun videos to do. I'm just kind of trying to dig out the... Stop it! Every time I look in here, there's another thing that is beyond incredible. Stop it. Guys... School on Fire. As a, you know, I've already talked in this video about. There's like 4 Ringo Lam movies in this box. Like, are you kidding me? What? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to review that because people talk about that all the time in my Facebook group and on YouTube and stuff like that. Dearest. This is actually another film that I'm unfamiliar with. Based on the true story. The film follows Tian Wen-jun and his ex-wife as they frantically search for their missing 3-year-old son. Wow, okay. Missing children stuff. Yet again, I just watched Lady Vengeance and Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. So there's a lot of disturbing stuff about kidnapping in my head right now. Stop. Spiritual love. Surely you know who this man is. And surely you recognize who she is. And who she is. What? This isn't... I know I'm, like, it's Chow Yun-fat, it's Sherry Chung, and, like, I know that I'm, like, flogging a dead horse at this point in the video, but this is insane. How many incredible movies are in here? Stop it! Stop! The Occupant, I've never seen this movie, but a lot of people have told me about this since the Hong Kong Blu-ray came out. Like, I get a lot of messages on Instagram, people who are big Blu-ray collectors and pay a lot of attention to the Hong Kong releases, like, oh, you gotta see this one that's coming out. Like, this is, Chow Yun-fat, and I think this is like, is this a horror comedy or is it a straight up horror movie? It's about like a ghost. It's a ghost kind of thing, I think. As tears go by, I just talked about how this movie, I rewatched this movie for the first time like 15 years, like 6 months ago, and it blew my mind, and it's like my new favorite movie. Stop it. Amazing. So this is the Hong Kong Blu-ray. This movie is also showing at the theater down the street from me, coming up pretty soon. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, Paper Marriage. Yeah, so this is Sammo, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Maggie Chung. This is how he, like Billy Chow, you know, who's in like Fist of Legend and a bunch of other movies, like Dragons Forever and stuff. He's Canadian. He was in Canada. I don't know if he's born in Hong Kong and he moved to Canada, or he grew up in Canada and his parents are from Hong Kong. I don't know the full story, but he was living in Canada. And Sammo was in Canada making this movie and called him up and was like, hey, you know, are you interested in being in movies? Like, I know you're like a, you know, whatever, kickboxing champion and stuff. And so this movie has an important place in the history of martial arts films, as well as being kind of like a drama and like a romantic movie. Wow. Okay. Okay. If you follow my comments on YouTube, if you've interacted with me, if you read about what I type in there, this is a movie that I passed up buying like 5 or 6 years ago, that I kick myself every day for not buying because it was only $10 and I can never find it now. Pedicab Driver, Sammo Hung. Come on. Could this package get... Every time I'm like, no, like, there's not going to be anything more amazing in here. Boat People, come on, stop it. This is another one that's on my list of... I have read multiple people say that this is like the greatest, or like one of the top 5 greatest Hong Kong films ever made. And here it is in my hand on DVD. And this is another one that he asked me, like, is there anything you can't find? You really want Boat People was one of them. Like, I've been dying to see that movie for years, and I can't find it anywhere. Another copy of Dragon Family. What? No! Stop! This is so exciting. So now I can watch the DVD, and the VCD can almost be like a collector's item. As you can hear, the dog is barking at me. She's like, stop making that stupid video and come out and play with me. Okay. I know I have to keep stopping, but this next thing, this is something that I've been wanting to see for years and years and years. Now, this does not have English subtitles, so I might have to watch it without them. Story of a Discharged Prisoner. If you're unfamiliar with what this movie is, this is a Hong Kong film, I believe, from the 60s. That was a huge influence on John Woo, and that this was one of the primary influences on A Better Tomorrow. And as you can see, I don't speak Chinese, but those look like the same characters. Do I have a copy of A Better Tomorrow behind me? I'm looking and I'm not seeing, but I'm not sure where the John Woo movies are. Yeah, here. Let's look. Yeah, those look like the same characters, right? So these movies have the same title in Chinese, I think, which is one of John Woo's ways of paying homage to this film, and I don't know what that title is. But I've seen like 5 minutes of this movie in a clip that someone sent me, but I have been wanting to see this movie for so long. And this was one of the ones where he was like, if there's anything that you want that's really hard to find that I might be able to find, let me know. Stop it. Stop. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, Life Without Principle, yes, Johnny To. I really like this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, it's like a financial thriller. It's all about like real estate in Hong Kong and like people who work at banks and like money transfers and like it's like a Hong Kong thriller, but instead of being about cops and criminals running around the streets killing each other, it's about big money and the way it destroys people's lives, kind of. It's a really, really good movie. I think is it Sean Lau? Yeah. Yeah, so highly recommend it. And I do not own that movie on physical. I've just seen it on Netflix, so that's really exciting. Leslie Chung, Alex Fong, Double Tap. Hell yeah. Oh, man. I haven't seen this movie, so this is really exciting for me. And you can't get better than that title. And who doesn't love Leslie Chung and Alex Fong? Alex Fong is in Bloodstained Trade Winds, which is a movie that I really enjoyed. It was directed by, is it Chor Yun? Was it his last film? It was like one of the great Shaw Brothers directors, and it's his last film. And it's like a heroic bloodshed movie. It's a really good movie. Traces of a Dragon. Oh, what? Jackie Chan has lost family. So this is something that I've actually heard a lot about before. In terms of reading articles about Jackie Chan's family, and this, I knew that this documentary was made, but I had never been able to find it or see it. This is really, really awesome. So this is a documentary, about his parents and like the kind of weird stuff that happened in his family and going to, I think, he went to Australia and all this stuff. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that's awesome. And then there's one other thing in here. And actually I should say that there's also a stack of discs that don't have cases. So do you guys want to know what's in here? This is insane. I mean, this has got to be more than 50 movies. This is the longest video I've shot in a long time. On the Run. This was another one I asked him about where I was like, if you could find that, I would be hugely indebted to you. This is the Yoon Bi-yoo film that everyone talks about being like his best acting performance. It is impossible to find in the kind of the English-speaking world. Project S. Yes, please. If you know what that is. Super Cop 2. That was another one that was on my list. Oh, these are all movies I put that on the list that he asked me about. Cops and Robbers. Yeah, so this is an early, I think this is like late 70s, early 80s, kind of like cop movie that was like a big influence, I think, on a lot of the heroic bloodshed stuff that came later. Kickboxer's Tears, yes, with Moon Lee. I think, is Billy Chow in this one too? Speaking of him, I love Moon Lee, and I've never seen this movie, and I really, really want to see this movie. Stop it. The last one, this is a great thing to end on. Young and Dangerous. That's another one that's just like the DVD of that for the English speaking world is out of print and has been out of print for a long time, and it's like people charge a lot of money for it on eBay, and it's like kind of despite how famous that movie is, it's a hard movie to find. So if there's anything at all, there's actually one other thing in this package. It's not a movie. If there's anything at all, I don't think it's a movie, I should say. If there's anything at all in here that you want me to review, either the edition or the movie. Look at I'm like sweating so much in my little glass box of heat that my hair is completely insane. This is, I mean, I'm so overwhelmed by what is in this package that I don't even know what to say. Other than thank you, and it's incredible, and I'm so humbled and grateful that people even think of me in the first place. Never grow up. The man, the myth, the legend, Jackie Chan. Oh, and there's a letter in here, too. That's so nice. Well, I won't read this out loud, because I never know whether people want me to read the letters they send me or whether it's like private stuff. But I just have to give the biggest thank you in the world to Charles, and this is like such an incredible... Like I said, I mean, I can't even, you know, that's someone who I've become friends with for our mutual love and respect of Hong Kong cinema, and which is literally living on the other side of the world. We'll go through all this trouble to find all this stuff, to send it over here. I mean, it must have cost an arm and a leg to send that box, let alone to collect all these films. Like, this is mind-blowing incredible. I thank you so much. This is such a huge boost for our archive too, because this is like dozens of more movies that we can add in there, including stuff that's really rare. And you know, like if you're living in Hong Kong, if you're living in, I don't know, Southeast Asia, Korea, Japan, where these movies are more widely available, this stuff might not seem rare to you. But in the US, a lot of these movies are really hard to find, and the people who own them charge an arm and a leg for them, because they see through YouTube and through Instagram and through Facebook and stuff like that, that these are things that people really value, that they really care about and love these films. And so they think they can get away with charging, you know, these huge amounts of money for them. So my name is Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. It's an almost 40-minute long video, the most epic unboxing in the history of the world. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.